Hello there, I'm Kevin, aka Toying Around.
I'm Yoko, also known as Live and La Vida Yoko.
Hey, I'm Paulie from Bitter Asian Dude Inc.
I'm Ernie, also known as the one and only Fallen Fett.
We're four friends chatting about our love for Star Wars, toy collecting, and pop culture. You're listening to the Boba Squadron podcast. Welcome back. This is episode 3 of the Boba Squadron podcast. Thank you for tuning back in. I know we had to take a week off due to scheduling conflicts, but, happy to be back here. Hopefully everyone didn't miss us too much. Unfortunately, Paul, he's a very busy actor and very busy schedule, and he is unable to join us this week, and he'll be missed. But hopefully he'll be back next week to join us, but I am here with Ernie and Yoko. How's everyone doing?
Represent.
I need to give me one of those.
This is an audio podcast, so
listeners,
Yoko is pointing to a hat.
I'm wearing a hat that says "Represent" in honor of Paul, since he's not here.
All right. Clearly, the week off, we have to remember that there are some audio cues or video cues that might be missed. It's okay.
But we should mention that for all the listeners, though, too, is that you do load this up later.
Yes. If you want to watch the video version, the highly edited and cut together video version on YouTube, it is available there.
Is it really?
Is it? I apologize.
Is it?
What do you mean?
Is it really highly edited?
It sounds, when you listen to the audio, it sounds smooth, but if you watch it, it's like, I'm over here, and then over here, things are moving because I have to, it sounds smoother on audio, but it's worth it. I don't always go above and beyond, but I do hold myself to a certain mediocre standard that, gets to work through.
Oh. So listen to us in audio, then go back and watch the video so we're not wasting Kevin's efforts.
Absolutely.
And you can see this totally weird empty room I'm sitting in.
Yeah, so you've been really busy, huh, Yoko?
Yeah, it's I mean, it's nice in here, but it's also sad in here.
Yeah,
it's gonna be nice. It's potential for it to be nice one day.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So I don't know about you. Are you now have more room to display stuff, or is it going to be smaller?
I feel like both. I have a lot more room, but now, being in this house, I don't want to, and especially with my move. So I moved, by the way. I moved.
Great storytelling.
Yep. I moved. And, but now it's like a fresh start, right? And I'm going to start my display over again, and I don't want to fill it with clutter anymore.
Okay.
So I'm going to be really picky about what goes back out onto my shelves. I also think I was about to line this wall. Nope, this way. I still can't. Still don't know how to point behind me.
I don't either.
I was going to line this wall with my cubes, but I didn't like how it looked. So I think I might get custom shelving. Sorry to this is not on our show notes at all. But I think I might get custom shelving and, invest in something nice.
See, I always think that if they invest enough to always listen to us and like these shows, then we give them a little something extra to let them know, what's up with us, what's going on, and like that.
Yeah.
So man, I'm on the total other end of the spectrum. I went from what everybody used to call the museum house to now just my little room here that you see. For those listening, I moved as well too, but I had to then downsize everything, and so now I just have clutter everywhere. So I am the complete opposite of exactly what Yoko is talking about. And it's hard to make those choices, though, of what are you going to display and what aren't you going to display.
It's kind of nice, though, because I feel like it's easier to, if I had, having everything out on shelves, it's hard to decide what to take off the shelves. But when nothing is up yet, it's going to be easier to decide this is the stuff I really love and want to display, and this is the stuff maybe I can store just to know that I have it, and this is the stuff I can get rid of, I think. Cool. Hypothetically.
Yeah.
We lost Kevin. Is he going to edit this part out of the video?
I don't know. He might still be here. There he is.
I'm still here. It was just camera off.
Oh,
okay.
I was just off camera dying.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Kev, you're a trooper for being here, man. Thank you for doing all that and all that.
Under the weather.
You do. Yeah, unfortunately. But you pulled through yesterday and you're pulling through today, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. If this is our part of our warm up, getting getting familiar with catching up with each other. You know, yesterday I did a 3-hour stream with Felix, and he's a collector, great dude, and but I was on a lot of drugs. I said it last night. I looked into the camera because Bearded Build's like, Kev, you're doing a great job hanging in there. I'm like, I'm on a lot of drugs.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I had to leave after to go to our show, and I was like, man, I got to come back and watch this replay
At
because
one
I
point,
was
he's
fully
just
into
chugging.
it. Was he just chugging the medicine down?
Yeah. But I want to talk about your unboxing Thursday last week too with Tom Whalen, because I was going to wear, I had gone through my boxes like a madwoman to find this hoodie specifically to wear last week, because this is a Disneyland hoodie with Tom Whalen's art on it.
Oh, wow.
And you.
Sorry. I forgot
podcast
about the audio, folks.
See, I'm going to leave that pause in there so people can count how many seconds before it clued in for you.
I'm all like this. She's going to describe it any minute now.
It's Tom Whalen's Toy Story art.
That's cool.
It's solid.
Fantastic, dude. Fantastic. Very nice guy. And I've just been incredibly fortunate to have some fantastic guests on the last few weeks. Oh, well, I mean, episode 95 for every week. Everyone's been fantastic and gracious with their time. So, and hope that carries forward.
Yeah, but we're here. We're going to get into some stuff. We got different coverage. Like we said, Paul's not here this week, but you know, we do have some stuff to cover and to go over. It has been very busy for all of us, and we're going into another busy weekend. This weekend is WonderCon. I'm going. Yoko's not available to go. Paul wishes he could go, and Kevin wishes he could be there as well too.
It's my birthday this weekend. I would like to go, but
is it
hang out with my family?
Yeah.
Happy birthday, man!
Thank you. 2 more days. Part of my taste buds have returned. I'm also recovering from a little COVID action, and part of my taste buds returned today. I can kind of taste sushi. I can taste the wasabi and the soy sauce.
That's good. Ooh, wasabi probably is good. Ooh, do you have kimchi? Eat some kimchi.
I have lots of kimchi.
Yeah, that'll knock it out, I bet.
No.
Ernie's just nodding. So whenever we talk about movies that I don't know what's going on, and I nod and smile, and we're talking about sushi, Ernie's like, that's that Asian food.
That sounds good. Sorry, I'm not cultured in that food at all. I'm Panda
podcast,
Express and other ones.
No bubble tea before.
Yeah, baby steps.
But I do. So let's see if I made Kevin proud today, or Yoko as well. So I had to go to the one that Corinne went to last show and picked up for me, because the one that I really like was just too far today. So I went back to Honeyfish and I got me a honey milk tea. Is that good? And
milk
it's made
tea,
with
that's the classic.
It's made with almond milk. Was that right or no? Should I have done something else?
Almond milk works. I mean, you make it sound like it's Starbucks or something.
But that was offered. They said, what did they say? They said milk, almond milk, or there was a substitute.
Soy milk?
For if you were lactose or something.
Oh. That must be a California thing.
Okay, so then what should it be?
It's like regular milk.
Whatever they use. It's probably heavy cream or something.
Man. Yeah. But that's what I got this time. I got honey with the honey boba. If you could see on screen, it's been so hard to drink because all the bobas are stuck in my straw. So I keep on, as one of you talk, I keep trying to suck it out and it won't move. I don't know what to do. Just might have to take the lid off, I guess.
Not touching that one.
And then I got a dragon passion fruit.
Okay, that's pretty bubble tea-ish.
Is it?
Yeah.
And then they put the different ones, the ones that look like rectangles at the bottom.
The jellies.
Jellies. There you go. Thanks. So that's what I'm rolling with this week on the Boba Squadron.
Actually, mine's a struggle. So there are too many Asians around here for there not to be a boba tea shop in my new town. But I went to the there's like I guess it's like a Chinese food restaurant, Asian food restaurant. And I've had the food there and the food's good, but they've got boba tea on their menu and I hadn't tried it before. So I went to get the boba milk tea, and they told me they were out of milk tea, but they had green tea. So I was like, okay, I'll get that. And it was literally like iced green tea with the boba thrown in. So I came home and I mixed in some milk and a little bit of sugar with it myself. And it's really still not great.
That sucks.
That's why I think it is. They must use like half and half or something in it in the shop.
Was it almond milk?
Heavier. It was 1% milk. So it's a little, it's not creamy enough, you know, for an actual milk tea. But I mean, it's okay. I'm going to drink it. It's promising though, because the boba is not bad. You know, usually like some of those places, if the boba is gross, like that's what ruins it. But I'll have to try them again when they actually have their milk tea.
Really? Sometimes the boba is gross?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I think all mine have been okay. I think.
How would you know? How would you know?
I don't know. I wouldn't know. That's what I'm saying. I can't wait until the day that we can all four of us hang out and you're like, here, this is real. And I'm going to be like, oh my God, this tastes nothing like anything I've ever had before. I'm telling you, dude. Yeah. Desert life out here in Southern California, they're just making stuff up then. Because I still don't have it right.
Yours look good. Yours look good. I'm sure it's fine.
All right. We'll see.
I'm sure it's fine. It's California.
Unfortunately, I don't think Kevin has boba. He's just on pure meds. That's it.
On his own concoction.
Yeah.
Tonight's episode sponsored by Buckley's. It tastes awful, but it works.
I love that slogan, dude.
That's how we roll up here in Canada.
I was going to say, that must be a Canadian.
Have you tried Vicks? Mexicans just use Vicks. Just rub Vicks on your neck, dude. You'll be good. That's all we ever do.
Yeah, we have Vicks.
Vicks on everything, man. You'll be fine.
Vicks on toast, baby.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, whoa.
I'm gonna let Yoko. Do you mind taking the lead on this one? You know, what's the first thing on our topics to discuss today?
Are we talking about Kenobi? That's the first thing. You want me to take the lead on the Kenobi? During the reign of the Empire, Obi-Wan Kenobi embarks on a crucial mission.
It was different before. Remember, it was different. About an old friend turned enemy.
Is it in
what? Are you serious?
Mm-hmm. Wait, let me look in our Discord.
Ooh, does this come after the them saying that they moved the date?
Okay, I found it. During the reign of the Galactic Empire, former Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi embarks on a crucial mission. Well, that part's the same. They deleted the second sentence. Kenobi must confront allies turned enemies and face the wrath of the Empire.
Okay, so it's interesting. We skipped a week, and now when we go back to it, they have removed a sentence from the synopsis.
Yeah.
We're just finding this out live. What do you guys think? Go.
About confronting allies turned enemies? Is that the key? I feel like that's the key part. They were like, ooh, maybe that's spoilerish.
Exactly. Maybe one of them ends up becoming
like Cody.
Oh, here comes Cody. Let's throw in Cody. Cody's back. But I mean, that was Obi-Wan's friend, so I would totally go for that. Yeah. I mean, as it was Ahsoka and Rex, I would totally love, Cody and Obi-Wan. Like if he was able to control it, because that was a hit to the gut when he immediately goes after Kenobi when Order 66 started. But I don't think it's that. I think maybe what if he actually knows one of the Inquisitors? What if maybe he was, at the Jedi Academy with them or something to that? It is really crazy that they deleted that sentence.
Yeah.
And now we have the push.
But it's also plural. It's also plural. So it's allies turned enemies.
Oh, wow.
There's more than one right answer, I think. Well, obviously Anakin would be one, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole Vader thing. But I think that's one of those, they want you to think that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's something else, Yeah.
Yoko,
that's very strange.
Did you say you read something before that talks about what happened to Cody after Order 66? Because I feel like we brought it up before.
I don't think I did. Did Ernie?
Because they've made so many stories for most of those clones afterwards. Well, not most of, but like the high ranking, more in your face ones. Cody isn't one that you really know what happened to, and if he followed orders like that, maybe he ended up. The Empire didn't really use the clones. But could he have had some sort of special position?
Well, Okay, so the thing about Rebels, though, is when we see some of those clones who have actually turned, some of them did explain that it happened after. Like their chip malfunctioned after, and they were really struggling with inside themselves of why are we doing this? You know, it was kind of like when we saw when Ahsoka was talking to Rex about it, how I didn't want to shoot you. It was so hard for me. I was trying not to lift my gun, you know, and you saw the shaking and everything that, I don't know, what if he was able to fight it? I honestly don't know about that character arc of what happened. So it would be cool to see Cody. It really would be. Just like I said, because that was kind of his, you know, his commander, right?
I feel like they've got to explore that, right? Like, I don't know. I feel like they have to.
I think the thing about getting all these Disney Plus shows is we want so much more because you can do it now. It's like we know that they're able to do it, and then we have all of these stories in our heads or questions that we want answered. And that is one of them. Like, God, that would be great to see Cody pop up in there. And then you say ally, so of course we go to Vader. And that's my thing is, what Vader are we going to get in the show? Are we going to get full Vader? Are we going to get Anakin in Clone Wars? Is it going to be flashbacks? That's another thing, is like, or are we just going a full arc? Or is it going to be Inquisitors? Because the Inquisitors are ran by Vader. So, you know, is that the only Vader we're going to get?
I think we get all of the above, personally.
I would love it. I would love to see them back there. To see them live action. You know what I would actually love is, again, in Clone Wars, in that we actually saw animated versions of what happened in Episode 3 as it was mimicking it. So I would love maybe a flashback of seeing something that happened in Clone Wars that gives us a live version of it.
Yeah.
You know, some pivotal piece. God, that would be great.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a social media post at some point this week about the Darth Vader that we're going to be seeing in this series? Do you guys recall what it was?
Yeah, I believe it was I think it was the director, and the quote was that it was going to be basically bringing out a badass Vader, like just a hardcore kicking butt Vader. Yeah. So, but then that makes me just totally think, oh man, we're only seeing suited up Vader. Like I want those Anakin flashbacks.
I feel like they've said we'll see Anakin too. I feel like they said that, but I could be making that up. That could be my headcanon.
Yeah, like exactly.
But I don't know what's real and what's not anymore.
Yeah, it's true. What do you think it is for the pushback? I really tried to think about it all day. Why did they push it back and give us 2 episodes right away?
100%, because of Star Wars Celebration, and they're going to do something there.
Like have Ewan McGregor there?
Well, yeah, and maybe do like, I mean, they have to be doing something. I mean, it's 2 days, and they're going to give us both 2 episodes, so it can't be like a they're behind thing. I think they're going to do something special at Celebration. Plus, they know all the big fans are going to be down there, not necessarily able to watch the way they normally would. So I feel like they're going to do something down there.
Well, in case people don't know, Kenobi was originally set to air May 25th, which is a Wednesday. Yeah. And then a few days ago, it was announced it would be pushed to May 27th, a Friday, and you would get a 2-episode premiere, which happens to coincide with Star Wars Celebration in Anaheim, which is a big Star Wars celebration that
is nothing but Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yes. If something were to premiere on that day, maybe the actors are there.
They've got to be doing something that Thursday. They have to be.
Old school days, you had that happen.
Yeah.
They would show something. You get to go in the room. But the only problem with that is those halls can only fill so many people. Yeah. So it's the chosen ones that got to go in. That's the only thing that sucks. See
what you did there, the chosen ones. No, they're going to be doing something, and maybe there will be like additional screens for people to watch, or like, you know, like there's ways around that. They're going to be doing something, though. That's the only reason why I can think of why they would do that. Honestly.
If you're saying something like that, like it playing the whole time during Celebration.
Well, I've seen them do things like, you know, you've got your main stage with the whatever, and then you'll have other rooms with other screens, and like, so like, you know, I feel like at graduations and stuff, sometimes they have stuff like that, like, you know, like they don't have room for everybody in the main area,
the overflow
viewing areas, like,
yeah,
you know, or even if it's just the screenings, like there's the big movie theater right down there too, right, in downtown Disney. Like maybe they'll do something there.
No, that has been tore down now.
It's gone?
Yes.
Oh, well, there goes that theory.
Yeah. As of recent, it's gone.
Oh, part of the renos up there?
Yeah, they're doing a whole renovation to downtown Disney.
That's right, I forgot.
And they're making more hotels.
Yeah.
Right there. So that does suck. I don't know. I like that.
Doing something.
It's going to be exciting to see then what they're actually going to present at Celebration.
Yeah. I'm bummed about it for two reasons. I had scheduled I usually like to take a first thing in the morning flight. I scheduled a slightly later flight on Wednesdays, knowing that I would stay up or thinking that I would stay up for midnight 30.
Oh man.
So that's not going to happen. I mean, it's fine. Like I'll still get down there plenty of time on Wednesday before, but I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe I can do a midnight 30, but I might have to watch on my dang phone. I guess I'll have my iPad with me.
Ha! Who's laughing now? I have very limited words that I can speak tonight based on my cough, but it was worth it for that.
He came in loud and clear on that one, didn't he?
But yeah, he did. But I also read that they are keeping it on Wednesdays afterwards. So we get episode 3 really quickly afterwards. So you guys, within a week, we're going to be halfway done with the series.
Right. In 6 days.
That's kind of a bummer. I mean, it's like exciting and sad at the same time, right? That we're going to get 3 episodes so quickly, but also then we're halfway through and there's only 3 episodes left after that. That makes me kind of sad.
That was my thought of it. Because, okay, if you push back the very first premiere episode because you were doing something at Celebration, and then that's when, okay, and then we have number 2. But like you said, we're now getting cut. We're getting pushed back for the first one, and we're getting cut a whole week because you want to show the first 2. Or what is it, the significance of the first 2 so big for that weekend during Star Wars Celebration that they're going to do something there?
Yeah.
That's the only other exciting part. Like you were saying, I do agree with that, but to me, it's like, dang, that's pretty huge.
Yeah.
So what exactly is it?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I don't know because I don't know anyone working on this one. So yeah.
Well, this podcast is supposed to be our little space until we do our weekly recap of a Disney Plus show. Now, if it was a Wednesday show, we'd probably do our live stream on a Friday. So this first one is a double episode on a Friday. When do we talk about that? And then a few days later, it's going to be on Wednesday. You know, that's a lot of screenshots from my phone for me.
I know. Do we have to do it? Do we do it Monday? Wait, when do I get back? I'm coming home Sunday.
I'm coming home Sunday too.
We should do a Monday Star Wars Celebration first 2 episode recap stream that Monday after. I'm glad we're planning for the end of May right now, but
I'm totally down.
I'm glad we're planning in the middle of the podcast. But I mean, if you watch any of the live streams on my channel, you know, we plan a lot of vacations.
So we don't forget. So this planning is not for nothing.
Well, no, Kevin, because you're right. Because if the first 2 were shown and then we all get back and then Wednesday's the next one.
Yeah.
If we waited, then that first Friday would be 3 episodes.
Yeah. I think we need to do it.
It takes us 4 hours to do one episode.
Put it in your calendars. Monday, May 30th.
I'm down. I don't have nothing going.
We'll be live right here. Well,
yeah.
Did you swear?
That sounds good.
I feel like you just swore at me.
Well, I said perfect, but I was muted. But unnecessary censorship there.
I'm all and I was like this or not.
I know it didn't look like
perfect.
I was saying vacuum. I was saying vacuum. But hey, you know, there's a lot of Celebration news going out. I haven't been paying very much attention because since I know I'm not going, I'm a little bit salty. But and you know, it seems like guests are being announced, merchandise, stuff like that. Ernie, Yoko, what kind of stuff have you seen that you're very excited for? You know, somebody you want to meet, anything like that?
Ooh, well, I'm really excited because my friend artist Chris Uminga is doing the pins. And so, I mean, those of you who've been to Star Wars Celebration know how the pins are kind of a big deal. Every year there's different ways to get certain ones, you know, like right now they have set like 3 packs that are only available with a shirt too. And I think sometimes they're available like on certain days or certain ticket types or whatever, or like certain things, you know, so it's not easy to get them all, but I'm really excited that my friend got the opportunity to design all the art for the pins this year. And I texted him, I'm like, how many t-shirts am I going to have to buy to get get these dang pins. You know?
Yeah.
Because the 3 sets they've shown so far is the Attack of the Clones, right? I think was the first one. So I got that one. And then yesterday or whenever it was, they announced the Bad Batch one, and then one with Fennec and Bo-Katan and Moff Gideon, I think.
I think so. I don't have that right
so
now.
I'm just like, well, I feel like I kind of need to get those too. I mean, I would get the pins for sure. I'm like, I don't want a million t-shirts, but I do want these pins. So anyway, if you like the artwork on the pins, go check out Chris's work on Instagram. I think it's Uminga720, UMINGA 720.
Yes, it is.
And if you're at WonderCon, go say hi to him. Actually, this will be airing after WonderCon, so never mind.
Ernie, I'll go say hi for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes. And then the other one is Padme, Anakin, and Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to need... Can somebody hook me up with that?
That's also a shirt and pin.
Yeah, it's a shirt and pin set we can buy online. Yeah.
All right. Ernie, how about you? What are you excited for?
Just to be able to be there with everybody, honestly. Like, to see everybody, to geek out. Celebration is like a whole different level even than the Comic Cons, because it's just all Star Wars. So costumes are off the hook as far as cosplay goes. Like, they really just go all out for what they're going to do. Like, you know, I know there was Comic Con, but I'm saving this one for Celebration because like that. So people alone is going to be amazing. Yeah. The guests there, the guest list keeps growing. You're going to have Ashley Eckstein is there, Ahsoka Tano, Ian McDermott, you know, Palpatine, Anthony Daniels, C-3PO. Who else do we have? Steve Sansweet is going to be there. Oh, there's another shirt. Wow, Yoko. There's another shirt.
There's 3. There's 3 sets so far.
I haven't seen this one, though. This is Bad Batch.
Yeah.
Oh, you knew that one? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I said it. Thanks for listening.
Oh, my bad. I thought you said Clone Wars.
I said Attack of the Clones, Bad Batch, and Mandalorian.
Who is it?
Fennec.
Grandma, Fennec, and what's her name?
Ernie, she said all these.
I know. I'm like...
Well, because I was reading.
Is this thing on?
Sorry. Giancarlo Esposito is going to be there. Is it Jonas or Jonas? The one who plays Chewbacca now. It is Jonas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just go for it. Just say it.
Daniel Logan, Ahmed Abati is going to be there. Dr. Pershing and Carrie Jones, who played Chrysanthemum. So that's just growing because like the 3 of those, I believe those were added.
Where's Paul? Why isn't Paul on that list?
I so hope Paul becomes on that list. I really do, because that would be cool. And then I'm sure there's a lot more.
He's got his Netflix conflict, filming conflict.
I hope not. That'd be nice if he can get away for a weekend and actually show up and be there. That would be. But Celebration is awesome. The props, the pictures, the picture spots that you have to take. That's another fun one too. Lots of people show up there. Like the Rancor has been a staple. You know, getting on a speeder bike, like that. So now that it's been off for a year and we've had like more Mando and Boba, I wonder if there's going to be new prop scenes or anything showing up to stop and take a picture with. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Is that Rancor by Gentle Giant or no?
No, that's a fan-made Rancor.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, they've been traveling the whole time. It's huge. Yeah, that's a whole fan-made thing.
Yeah, I took a picture of it in 2015.
Just of it without you weren't in it.
No.
No, you didn't get a picture with it?
Nah.
Oh, come on.
I figured there'd be a HasLab one day, and I'm like, I'll just go for that.
And here we are. No,
so 2015 was in Anaheim, right? That's the one you've been to, Kev? The only one I've been to was 2017 in Orlando when I went with Funko. And that was still very early on in my Star Wars fandom. So I'm really excited to like experience it now, you know? And I won't be working, which is weird for me to go to a con where I'm not working. So I'm excited.
I'm so happy for you.
I forgot how much it costs to go to cons when I'm paying for myself to go.
Oh my God, that's me for tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's $60 to go tomorrow. I was like,
so what is WonderCon?
WonderCon is run by the same people that do San Diego Comic-Con. And so it's just kind of like the easiest way to explain it is it's a mini version of that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Way easier to get into.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I love.
Without a lot of the Hollywood stuff, you know. I think they still get a little bit because of where they are, since it's in Anaheim too. But it was in LA for a couple of years, right? And I think when I went to WonderCon, it was in LA when I went, and I think that was 2017 also when I went.
Yeah, now it seems like everybody just uses Anaheim Convention Center.
Yeah.
For everything, so that's cool.
Yeah.
So the last time that it was in Anaheim was 2015 Celebration.
I think so. Because then it was 17 was Orlando, and then I think was it 19 that was in Chicago? Because I didn't go to that one.
I think you're right. And then it was coming back here and supposed to stay here, right? And that's the one we're going to.
Yeah, because the 19 was in Chicago, and they were like, "We're bringing it back 2020 for."
That's so crazy. So when were you there, Kevin? Do you remember what day? Like a Saturday, Friday? It
might have been a Friday.
I'm saying that's so funny because I was there on a Saturday. That was the only day I went.
Yeah, I know. Kyle, our friend Kyle Wadigo was like, "Oh, I was at Celebration 2015 also," but none of us knew each other at the time, so
yeah,
it could have very well be that our paths had crossed at some point in this Star Wars.
And that's what I was saying, because we've been talking con talk a lot as well too, and it's so funny. Chamba was saying the same thing, and Adam, like their booths used to be right behind each other, and so all these years. They've been interacting and not knowing it, or walking right by each other, and now here we are. So that's what I was saying. God, that's so funny because I may have bumped into you. It was cool because that's where I got my Mythosaur skull was there. So
that's cool because they would have been like, "Mate, you using this chair?" And then Anna would be like, "No, man, you can totally take it." And then Chamba would be like, "Cheers," and then take the chair and they not just interact, but like it got to that level of conversation.
Yes.
And then that would be cool, man.
So I think that's that's what I'm saying. That's so funny that you were there too.
I took a picture in front of the big, is it the Gentle Giant Jabba display? And there was a Boba Fett cosplayer. And I just took a picture like this.
Wow.
It was a thing where I was like, when I would see Boba Fett, I would just take a picture with a thumbs down. Again, I'm sorry, audio people. I forgot to describe what I was doing.
Man.
Thumbs down. That was kind of my thing. But the thing, I want to be clear, Ernie, is like, I said it half jokingly watching Toy Migos last night, but like, I'm kind of over the Boba slander because like, it's not fun for me anymore because everyone's doing it.
Because now everybody's doing it.
Yeah, like I did it before it was cool. Before it was a cool thing to hate on Boba Fett.
Okay.
The thing I want to be clear about is I never hated Boba Fett. I just did not understand
the fandom behind it.
Fandom. I was just like there are other people to get behind. My goodness.
Okay, so speaking of, oh God, last night it was so funny because Kevin was trying so hard to get Felix to explain it, or like, are you sure? Are you really? Well, why? And that's always what I've tried to explain is, I don't know. When you saw him as a kid, he was just cool. Yeah. He was the whole helmet. Like Vader was menacing. Like, I mean, like really scary. Like the height, he looked down at people. People always looked up at him. He was the leader. And then you saw this cool guy with another helmet and his gun, and he wasn't a stormtrooper or anything. So it was just that it factor like that. So I totally got what Felix was saying as far as he was just Boba Fett, he was just stood there. And Kevin kept on.
He was sure? Just Boba Fett, I think is the best way to explain him.
He sucked. Like
he didn't even, like he just. I mean, I say I didn't hate him. He didn't do anything worth making anyone hate him either. Like he just didn't do anything. Anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think you're just lucky Paul's not here right now.
Not to digress.
I am. That's why I'm going off more on.
It wasn't worth hating.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's like you said, you make your own headcanon. So seeing this cool guy who is like the bounty hunter, and to me too, the way that he was set up in that bounty hunter lineup was like if he was the head, like if he was the leader, because they scan everybody and they go, and then Vader's the one talking to him, and he was like at the front,
I've also been sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
No.
I just remembered it because I've been meaning to say this, but like, with him seeming a little bit like a bumbling idiot on this show on Book of Boba Fett. I mean, that's a little harsh, sorry. But like in the Dr. Aphra book, she kind of makes him look foolish too. So it's not really the first time he's looked a little silly.
No, and there was other comics too.
Yeah.
Of where he would do dumb moves.
Yeah.
So
but
I always saw that
not
as a
like
bro.
It came out of nowhere.
My thing of when the books that we had back in the day and like that was that he wasn't, I think to me in my headcanon, as far as growing up with characters, he wasn't the first one to be a bad guy or a good guy. Because in some of those books, he would change his mind and not do a job because to him it wasn't right. So like that. So then when Clone Wars started and you had little kid Boba and he was doing the same thing, I really like that. Because that showed no, dude, I'm only after Mace. Like, I just want to kill Mace because he killed my dad. Yeah. I don't need to go off and kill all these other people. Like, why? Mm-hmm. So I always, that's what I had always thought was this guy ain't a bad guy. This guy ain't a good guy. He's just Boba Fett. Like,
he's just a guy.
He's just a guy. That's it. But yeah, he did do some bumbling stuff. So
I like Grandpa Fett though. Yeah,
I do too.
I like him.
I do, as we saw it and we say it more.
He's adorable.
Yeah, especially I'm Boba Fett. You know, just gotta let you know. Because even I forget sometimes. That's what it seems
Get you
like.
back inside, Grandpa.
Yeah. And that's where
Are
Mando
my shows on?
Yeah. That's where Mando shows up. Come on, let's go. Come with me.
I still think it's strange that they removed that one line from the synopsis.
Have you been thinking about that this whole time?
I still have the tab open.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that's interesting though that they did that.
It has to mean something. I mean, speaking of the same lines, also what was going around this week with Disney Plus was they removed stuff from Bucky Falcon.
Right.
And then they tried to say, "Oh, that was an accident."
Right, and they're putting it back in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bucky Falcon.
Something's going on.
That's
what I always called it. Bucky and Falcon show. I love those guys together. I could watch a variety show them all the time.
I would just watch them all the time. Period.
They're hilarious, dude. They really are. The Spider-Man fight, the one in them and the bug. That's what made me love this show. And then this one, their dynamic together was hilarious. So that's why I've always been Bucky Falcon show. It's awesome.
Like any interview or anything that they've done together, it's hilarious. Hilarious. Trust me, I've watched them all. Multiple times.
I was gonna say that multiple times. Yeah. And he's gonna laugh right here. Oh, look at that giggle. So yeah, I mean, there's some weird stuff going on over there. Because why would you remove blood scenes?
Yeah, I know. I saw one like side by side comparison of when they shot the scientist guy.
I really think you should post that, Kev, because that goes along with removing the blood, and now
I haven't seen anybody even talk about that. Although we didn't seem all too prepared when we started tonight to begin with. We could talk about more Disney Plus MCU real quick in a second. Another cool thing that happened with Star Wars stuff last week that seeing it happen, I can't help but wonder. Because is it because maybe I want this to happen in Kenobi? But the Cal Kestis lightsaber was. They said it was a fan vote, right? And it won out to be the next release. Yeah. Ernie and Yoko, you guys are more familiar with Disneyland and Star Wars stuff, releases like that. Can you let people know this Cal Kestis lightsaber?
Yeah, I forgot that it started with the vote. I'm pretty sure I voted for it, but I remember there being another one I really wanted to, but now I can't remember what else was on that vote. Kanan and Ezra were both on that list. Qui-Gon, Anakin, and Lord Corvax, which looks really cool.
That was the cool look. That was the cool looking one. That was the one I voted for just because of the way it looked.
Yeah.
Right. But then Cal Kestis was the fan favorite, I guess.
Yeah.
And it was revealed they had the actor who's the voice actor for Cal Kestis from the video game, Cameron Monaghan. Is that how you pronounce that last name?
I always thought it was Monahan.
Monahan?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like Worcestershire sauce.
Not as bad as that.
That dude was there.
Yo, the sauce dude? Yeah, he was there. I know him as he played Joker on Gotham, the Batman TV show without Batman, and I mean the video game looks just like him. So he was there at the parks, holding his character's lightsaber.
That was so cool to see him as Cal with the
in costume.
It was really cool.
Again, more stuff I wish Disney would do. They could benefit so much more on Batuu by giving us other characters. I get that it's a whole story and that's what we're in. But I feel at times like it should change. Maybe we could do seasons because you actually have the opportunity to do that the way that it's built. You're right. The shot of seeing him there was amazing. It was cool because he was like, even though it wasn't full costume, he was still costume, but it was, and he had it. It's cool. It's very nice. It's big. It's a little bit heavier. It comes with the pieces.
Oh, you're talking about the lightsaber.
Yeah.
You just went right into adjectives, and I'm like,
sorry. Yes, the lightsaber, the Cal Kestis lightsaber is really nice. Yeah, the damage pieces look amazing on it. The way that they have that on there, and you could switch it out. So,
and there you have it. I understand.
Have you already gotten it?
No.
Are you?
Fred did. Fred went down there and get it. I plan to. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, this is the only podcast, right? Yeah. So Corinne won't listen. Yeah, I really want to go get it. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Maybe during celebration that night, I'll see. It's because the look of it's cool. That damage look really got me. So unfortunately, they wouldn't let me hold it, but then they let some other YouTubes hold it next to me that were there and film it. Yeah. Dude. Because I asked and they were like, oh no. And then they had it and they were all filming it. And he's like, well, I only let you guys because your YouTube page and you're filming. And I was all,
did you tell them about Boba Squadron? Like,
I was like, oh,
all in fet.
Dude, I was like, yeah, I've done multiple podcasts and shows for years. Just because I started YouTube late doesn't mean anything, bro. So
you pull out the chonies to prove it.
I tried, and then I got kicked out. So then I couldn't. Not allowed back in Doc Ondars again.
Oh,
but no, it was really nice because the way the wires are and everything, like they even have sculpted in the rubber handling like melted plastic. And all of them look exactly the same. So it's was really nice. And then it comes with the adapter to make a double-bladed lightsaber.
Right? Yeah.
Yes. Which is good. So they limit you on 2 to purchase. You can only purchase 2. It's very nice, the design of it. Color's bright, which I haven't seen a lot of people speak about it, but I feel all these new ones that keep coming out are brighter.
Are they?
Yeah, that was the whole reason why I got that Mace one, the one that comes repackaged with everything else.
Yeah.
Is because it's brighter. So I haven't got any of the other ones because I'm really waiting for the Luke one. If I can get a nice packaged Luke brighter than what's available, that's a turnaround. Because the only thing is sometimes this looked a little pink for the ones when they bought it and went outside. The purple wasn't so bright. And they've actually done something because they are coming out brighter. So this Cal Kestis one is like, man, really, really bright, even shown in the room when people were lighting it up.
No, I'm torn because like I was in my head, my next lightsaber I was gonna get was the dark saber. I was gonna get the dark saber on my next park trip, but now this Cal one is out, and I'm like, ooh, does that move ahead on my list over the dark saber? Maybe.
I think it should because you did stream the whole game.
I did,
and slowly. Dark sabers out of sight, out of mind for the next little while. Not continuously, so you might want to grab that one.
That's true. The only thing that's hard about that is and I don't care who you are saying, oh, well, I have the info, because it's never correct. It really isn't. It's hard. They don't put that out there of when they're pulling a saber, when they're vaulting it. And not, that's hard because that was the whole reason why I jumped on the dark saber so quick and didn't buy anything else. And since then, it's constantly there. And I'm like, of course it is, because I hurried and went and bought it. And so
I don't get why they do that, the vaulting of the lightsaber. I'm like, there's a finite number of sabers they can make, right?
I don't either.
Why are they? Maybe
I don't
it's
know.
A temporary thing, and then they'll bring them back or redo them.
And okay, here's my thing though. If you're gonna do that, then us as an audience, or what would you call it? The cash paying people. Why don't you tell us?
Yeah.
Okay, we've made 20,000 of these until they're gone, or by April 3rd, it's going to be vaulted.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that would be cool. I knew that, Kevin. That's why I said that. No, that was so random.
Yeah. But they don't want to say it so that they can change their minds later, but
that's true too. Did you get any on your visit, Kevin, or is there anything that you would want?
I just did the custom one. Yeah. Build your own.
Yeah. And I do say that everybody should do that on their first visit. I get asked that a lot because it's the experience.
But only if it speaks to you. It hasn't spoken to me yet.
to do it. Really?
Yeah.
I get that too. That's true. I get that because some people are just like, well, I'm a huge Luke fan, so I gotta have that Luke saber. I do get that, but then if you're conflicted with it, I do say build your own, get that experience, and then try and go get your favorite character.
Yeah.
So, okay, so now that you've done the build, who is a character that you would want? Have they done it yet?
I'd probably I wanted the Kenobi crystal, the blue crystal, with his voice, and I didn't feel like playing that lottery game. I have like a lesser version of Obi-Wan's saber at home, so I didn't feel like I would need to spend however many hundreds of dollars it was there. Whatever, I don't know. The dark saber is pretty tempting, but I don't know. I haven't even put up my lightsaber yet, so that's going to be, for lack of a better word, shelved until there's one that I really need. But
that is the thing with the custom lightsabers. I do have to admit, is everybody, I would say at least 90% of the people don't put them up yet. You come home and you have your saber. We were literally just talking about that before the show, Corinne and I, and she actually had to say, "Where is my saber for celebration?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's in the corner of the closet." Like, because I always said I was going to put our sabers up and everything, and yeah, I know they're sitting right here in the closet. Like,
that's part of what I'm contemplating for what I put behind me here. Is like, how do I want to display my sabers? Like, do I want to mount them? Do I just want to have the hilts on stands? I can't decide.
And there's a lot of different people have come out with a lot of different stuff in order to mount them, which is very cool.
Do I need to get Kev to print me some stands? Like, what do I need to do?
Yeah,
that's no problem. I'll print you some stuff. But
I was joking.
The Cal Kestis saber, we went off on the full lightsaber tangent, which is fine, because it's all part of that, the parks experience. But seeing the actor there, kind of half in costume, Jedi Fallen Order is set at the beginning of the Empire, this video game, which is kind of the same era as the Kenobi show. There are Inquisitors in Jedi Fallen Order. There are Inquisitors in Kenobi. I recently started streaming myself playing that game again. I'd never finished it the first time. I still haven't finished it the second time around. Yoko has finished it without spoiling the ending, which I haven't had it spoiled for me yet.
Really?
Is it possible that Cal Kestis will be in Kenobi? Sorry.
Heck yeah, it's possible, and I hope to see him there.
That's what I was hoping when I saw him, the lightsaber reveal, the actor out at Disney. I'm like, holy crap, what if this is just... Would Disney even do something like that? If it was a surprise in the show to kind of... It seems like they wouldn't risk that kind of
I don't know that him being there would have anything to do with Kenobi, only because this lightsaber was actually supposed to be out last fall, and so it's been delayed. But because after the vote and everything, they said it would be out by the end of 21, which I totally get why it got delayed, because everything in the world is delayed, But so that just for that reason, I don't think it necessarily has anything to do with Kenobi, but I still think that we could, like, the stories and the timing lines up too much, I feel like, for them not to. But
right.
Yeah. Could he be a Kenobi ally, as it says in that sentence?
Yeah, well, if especially if part of the story is they're trying to find the other remaining Jedi, right? Like, that's the whole point of the Inquisitors. Like, if he's running around, if Cal's running around out there somewhere, like, you would think he'd come up somehow, one way or another.
Even if it's just an episode, if you look at how Mando, the series, went, there's some characters who would just show up on a planet at one point, quick story arc, and then it wraps up. That would still be cool. I'd be happy to see that.
Plus his age is perfect. Like, it's just too, because we kept thinking like, oh, he's going to show up on, I don't know. I'm saying I'm speaking for, I don't know who I'm speaking for. I kept
all
thinking
the fans.
he could show up like in The Mandalorian, but they would have to age him up, right? And I was like, oh, but they can still do that and him be on Mandalorian. But now with Kenobi and knowing when that's going to be, it's like, oh, that makes more sense for him to be there.
The age of Cameron Worcestershire sauce and Ewan McGregor. The time. What is this? 5 years after Return of the Jedi, I mean, the stars are aligning. What kind of story are you going to get down the line where these actors, you know, get a little bit older? Obviously, with the CGI and the deep fakes, but I think this is to make it as natural.
And don't forget the BD1 tease, right? I mean, I
Yeah.
don't think that was not the BD1 probably, but still.
But still, they have the droid now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Were they just planting that? You know, the BD.
Well, because anything that they do, for those who didn't know, especially, you know, me and Paul have said this before, as far as the difference in what type of Star Wars fans there are. There's your OG who just stick to OG and like that. You know, now with the video games and like that, it's opened up a broader. So if you had an OG fan and who saw that droid and is like, that's not a regular droid, I don't know what that droid is, you know, because their knowledge of all the different droids are from just this canon, and now this one was introduced, it would make them look it up and now introduce them to the story of the video game, which is, like you're saying, Kev, is planting it in there. That would be a good way, because now you have that one, you dwelled into it a little bit, and it may not be such a surprise for an original fan to see Cal show up in Obi-Wan and actually go, who is that, to where they'd sit there and be like, oh, that's a video game guy. So could work.
And if you don't play video games, if you can't watch Kev streaming, like, go read about the game, because the story, it really is a great story. And that's the only reason I played this game, was to get the story. So I played on story mode just to get through it, because I wanted, you know, I wanted to know the story. And if you don't have the time or the energy to do that, go cheat and go look up the story, because it's a great story.
It is, and that is, I guess, our weekly cue to the listener to go Google this.
Go Google.
Yeah, there you go.
This time it is safe for work.
That is so hilarious that you say that, because I brought that up at work. Look up Universal hot dog.
Oh, the Jaws hot dog.
Yeah, I did. It's so funny because people at my work don't know me as that. They just know me as Work Ernie.
Yeah.
And somebody had said something that I came up in on their Instagram or whatever, and they're like, what? And then it was this show. So I was like, oh, go look up. And then that's how I brought it up. I was like, oh, go look up that hot dog and just tell me what you think. Yeah. Same reaction. If you don't know what we're talking about, then you have to go listen to episode 1.
And then go Google it.
Yeah, because it's a shocker.
We mentioned some Marvel shows briefly. I think that's it for Star Wars stuff that for this week. Moon Knight premiered this week on Disney Plus, which also means the return of the Midnight 30 stream.
Heck yeah! You guys watched it? Did you like it?
I watched it this morning.
You watched it this morning? Wow.
Yeah, that was the first chance I had.
Yeah,
I was really bummed about that, because I couldn't watch it yesterday. I couldn't stay up for yours. It's been a busy week at work.
Yeah.
So I got to watch it this morning. And unfortunately, it's hard to stay away from spoilers, but I didn't see any type of spoilers. So what I kept seeing was a bunch of people saying that they were confused.
Yeah.
Like they don't know what's going on or this and that. And so
isn't that great?
To me, I'm like, how crazy am I? Because I got everything. I'm like, oh, this show's great.
Yeah.
Like multiple personalities and the talking.
I mean, confused in the sense that, like, with the story, like, you know, I have no idea where it's going to go and how it fits in with everything else in the MCU right now. But I love that.
Yeah. I don't know that
about
either.
It, you know?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm totally on that one though. But a lot of people kept saying, "Is this guy just streaming? Why is there different characters?" Like that kind of confused.
Oh.
And so I was like, "Oh no, is it really that difficult?" And man, I loved it. I can pick up everything. So then that just brought me over. Man, how crazy am I? All right, that's cool. I get all of this and all his voices and everything.
Yeah.
It was great. I loved to see him doing the different accents.
Like how good is Oscar Isaac? Like,
yeah, he was so good that episode.
It was.
Moon Knight is not one of my main characters.
Mm-hmm.
I've only read a little bit of one of the series of the comics, but I'm down for it. I wish there was a little bit more to give you an idea of where it's going.
Like 2 episodes.
Usually, yeah. I mean, with limited series, it's like, can you just give me a little bit more? I feel like I didn't get enough to really say it's good. And it's not one of those where it's like, it's so good, I want more. But it was like, okay, that's cool. But like, I got a little bit of the sampler. I got a little bit of the appetizer. Maybe just give me another one. And then I'll kind of get really a good taste for what's going on. But you can't deny how great Oscar Isaac was in that first episode.
Yeah, the arguing with himself, the yelling, everything. It was very well done. The only thing I would have liked to see is, I don't know why, maybe because of how many movies I watched, I really wanted the museum boss. What was her name? Was it Rachel or what was it?
Donna.
Oh,
Donna?
Dorothy, yeah.
I wanted her to be played by Rebel Wilson, Fat Amy. I just felt like that would have been like that character, the Fat Amy, seemed like her. Like, to me, the way that she kept trying to talk and was dissing him and everything like that was, I kept playing that in my head. That was the only thing that was throwing me off, was like, this girl seems like she's trying to be that character, but it was great. It was cool. It was funny. I liked it. I think it needs to go everywhere. Yes.
Does anyone else ever confuse Ethan Hawke and Kevin Bacon?
Old Ethan Hawke now. You're right.
But no, I don't think I have ever confused them, but I don't know the last time I've seen Ethan Hawke in anything, so it's kind of, I enjoyed seeing him again.
You know what?
I feel like the shape of their face is kind of similar. Well,
like I'm saying, old Ethan Hawke, you're right, does look like Kevin Bacon. But then I'm with Yoko too, because unfortunately, not to be rude, I thought he was dead.
Oh my God.
I did. I thought he was dead.
Oh gosh.
And then I had to look it up. I was like, really? Who was I thinking of then? That's not him.
That's weird, because Kevin Bacon's alive.
No, I know Kevin Bacon's alive.
Oh,
I really had thought that he was dead. I did. I thought it was like one of those actor drug overdose things. Yes, I was a little bit shocked to see him. I had to look it up. But you're right. He does look like
who you're
old
confused with.
I don't know. I can't remember, but it is somebody. Because unfortunately, I thought he was dead. And which character is that? That moving to the tattoo thing was cool.
Well, that marks the return of Moon Knight 30, the revised name of Midnight 30. And how was it received by Yoko's Twitch crowd?
It was good. It was a smaller group for Moon Knight than what was the last? Oh, Boba Fett, I guess was the last show. But it was still an active, good group. Paul came by for a bit too, which is fun. He stays up for it. I feel like as the weeks go on, I hadn't been streaming for a little bit too, so I think maybe we'll see. But now that I'm back and people are looking for Midnight 30 to come back, I think people will come back for it every week. But it was good. It was good. There were a couple of things I missed, like when he's talking to the statue guy. Like, I didn't realize that was a guy. I thought he was just talking to a statue.
Oh. Okay, so mine was when he tipped him. Yeah. So when he said a tip, I thought he meant for him, like he took the picture. And I was like, he's collecting money for the picture?
Yeah.
Right? Like, because he was sitting there and he gave up his spot. That's what I had thought. Yeah. Then when he said, oh, okay, and he gave him money himself, I was like, oh, holy crap, that's a real dude. Like one of those painted up guys who just
thought
throws it.
Like, I thought he was just like, it was like his offering, or like, he's just being...
Were you guys watching on your phones or something? How did you not?
No, I don't know.
That looked like a real statue.
Because I think he's crazy and he's just talking to. I just figured he was just talking to someone who would listen to him.
I was watching on TV and it was clearly a street performer.
For real? Are you serious?
No, I totally missed that.
Oh wow, no, I'm with Yoko.
Thank you, Ernie.
I did not. I did. I literally thought. No, it's exactly how Yoko explained it. Is that. When you don't have nobody to talk to or talk, I'm going to go sit and talk to the statue.
Yeah. I'm like, he's clearly
like that was,
anyway.
it filled in with the character.
Yeah.
And then, so when the people asked for the picture and he said, oh, don't forget a tip. Yeah. And I was like, wow, that's hilarious. Like if this was his statue, because this is his spot that he goes to talk to. And then when he was like, oh, he gave it to him. And that angle I saw, oh, holy crap, that's a real person. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Oh, you know what else tripped me out too? Is the place that he lived in, and and he walked out the door and that broom guy was there, and then we cut back to his place again and he came out into a hallway. I was like, oh, whoa, because I thought his house was just like a house on the street.
Oh, literally the broom guy.
Yeah. Because it cut to him.
I don't remember that confusing me. Sorry.
Yeah, because it cut to him
and then
walking out the door.
Is this the part where Paul would be like, do you really need to see every single second? Like, you need to see him going to the bathroom too?
Yes, it would. Yeah. Because then when he went out into the hall and had that fight scene, I was like, well, whoa. Yeah. Oh, it's an apartment building.
Yeah.
Where I thought it was like a flat. Like, that's what I was thinking. That kind of threw me off real quick.
I like that we streamed with Paul for so long that we can build an AI of how he would respond if he were here.
And me and Kevin joked about that on the show, but here we are really doing it for reals, not joking.
Yeah.
It was good, though. It was a good episode. I do want to see what happens. And then speaking of Disney,
Broom guy Mephisto confirmed.
Yes, there we go. Hiding in the shadows. He's already at Avengers Campus in California Adventure. Yes.
Yeah, that was really quick. I mean, it feels quick. I'm sure they've been planning it for months, but
yeah, and the costume looked great. He had glowing eyes and everything, so that's very cool.
Yeah.
Another thing that's never been brought up before that I wanted to bring out to people was nobody has ever said this before. When they had Spider-Man at Avengers Campus, he showed up in his end suit. His suit was different. So from the end of No Way Home, that's how he's been at California Adventure this whole time.
Oh.
Is in that suit.
Yeah.
So right away when I saw Moon Knight last night, I was trying to inspect it. Like, is there something different than the promo shots? Is there, something a little bit spoilery or anything? Because that whole Spider-Man thing has been sitting there in front of our faces this whole time. And nobody's ever said anything.
Shout outs to, from our toy collecting circles on Instagram, the Figure Report, who is a collector. He's also in the series. He is also Oscar Isaac's brother.
Yeah, crazy, right? I just found that out last night too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, they told me the same thing because he was in our chat.
Oh, like in real life, he's his brother.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
I was like, where did we see his brother?
No, he's on
Moon Knight.
No, he's a toy dude just like us. He's been in all our chats and talking with us and everything. And yeah, it was brought to my attention last night of saying, crazy, right? That's Oscar's brother. What a cool guy. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what? Like, you're serious? You're not joking? And yeah. So I guess right, Kevin, everybody saw him at the premiere.
Yeah, the premiere, they were taking photos together. It's a lot of shots, and the headlines like Oscar Isaac put his brother in the show for whatever shots or scenes of his character. And I didn't see anything yet. Maybe it's not in the first episode. I was looking out for that too. But shout outs to Figure Report, man. That's really cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, that's way awesome. I think I love it that he's just a normal dude. That's my brother. Because then I went and I was like, because still, when somebody tells you that, I'm like, nah, for reals? Like, really? So I went to his page and it's nothing but toys and toy shots. And then he has one shot of his brother and then that's it. And the rest is all his figures and everything. And I was like, okay, that's super cool. But I wonder what he stood in for, that's always awesome.
Like he was a stand-in for him during filming, or he actually might be in a scene or something.
I don't think it was clearly said.
Yeah.
But he did say I included my brother in it. So yeah, I don't know for what reasons, but that's awesome, man. That's cool.
That's the goal, man. You make it and you get in the position to be like, hey, who do you want to do this, this, and that? I got my own people. I'm gonna put my family in, I'm gonna put my friends in and put them on. That's awesome. But he's an actor too. He was already an actor too, but
yes.
To be
okay.
my brother in. It's not like he wasn't an actor before. From what I understand, he's already an actor, done other stuff, and was put on this project.
And I love how we just know him as another toy friend, another toy lover. That's cool. That's like Chamba. I sit back and just totally am mesmerized by all of Chamba's stories of who he is. And I told him that last night. I'm like, I just know you as Chamba, but your backstories are so freaking awesome. I could listen to Chamba talk all day, and that's great. I just know Chamba is Chamba. That's awesome, man.
There goes Kev hitting the hard stuff again.
Yeah, we better start wrapping it up here before you pass out, brother.
That's our cue to wrap things up.
Mm-hmm.
So usually we talk about an old movie at this point, I think. But and Kevin's homework assignment was to watch Alien a couple weeks ago. But I think we're gonna wait, right? We're gonna wait till we can talk about it as a all big family, all four of us.
Squadron.
Full squadron. But maybe Kev should try to watch Aliens.
And if I have time this week, and hopefully Paul will be back next week. My voice is back after taking a swig of Buckley's. Maybe I can watch Alien 2 this week, Son of Alien, and we can do a two-parter.
Two aliens.
For the listeners on the next episode 4.
Yeah, I want to try. I would like it to be more fresh in my memory when we chat, so I'm going to try to watch it too.
I'm going to rewatch it.
Yeah,
because like you have to. I did too, so that was cool.
Yeah.
There was some stuff that I had actually forgot about in that first one. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. So it's funny how we see movies back then, you know, and then what you see on the screen was like, man, that's really cheesy. That's what we were scared of. And then to now what is represented, it's very different. That's crazy.
Yeah, you need Paul here to agree with you on that one.
Yeah, I know.
And that's why back then.
That's why we'll wait.
So we'll wrap that up for the week after. Episode 3 should be out April 4th, which would make episode 4 April 11th. In the meantime, Ernie, you're going to have your YouTube channel start up on April 6th.
Yep.
Why don't you give a quick plug?
Yeah, you can find me on YouTube. I have it all on my Instagram and like that. Thank you guys for sharing it so much. Thank you for everybody who's been a part of it. It's just this whole extension of all our universes and all our family coming together. People have asked for it for a long time, but like I said, I've done so many podcast shows on my own. The YouTube stuff was still very new for me and for like Cheney, because I did breakdowns of shows all before that for the RLU. And that was great. So I've been podcasting for a long time. The YouTube thing is something that we kind of missed. And then we jumped on it a little bit late. But we have such a good following and a bunch of people. They've always asked for different stuff. And now being invited over here and getting that's opened up a lot more people wanting to hear more stuff. So it just feels like it's the time to keep this up and keep it going. And so I'll be starting my own. The first one will drop April... what do we say? 6th at 5:30 p.m. I guess so. Yeah, the Wednesday. I just know it's Wednesday next week. I believe that's April 6th.
I believe it is.
And 5:30 p.m. Like I said, the links all on my Instagram, so you can go subscribe and not miss it. And I'll just be doing me, talking how I talk and getting with friends. Lots of guests and like that. I really hope you guys can make it some days too. If we can set that up and do different things.
Oh, is this you inviting us onto your...
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And this is how I'm doing it too, because I already have like so many people like lined up who've already wanted to. Yeah. But yes, of course.
He's already got so many guests lined up, Kev. Maybe he can squeeze them down the road.
No,
maybe season 2 already.
No, you guys are first, man. Like if I gotta move somebody around, it's happening. Yeah, I don't have a schedule like that. This is always going to be just whim of news or what's going on and like that. So it's always an open invitation. You guys are, can always pop in whenever you want. And that's going to be my first one. And then Saturday, the following Saturday, Corinne and I are going to do our How We Do Disney show on Disney Talk, news and everything. We had a little pre-warm up on our Home Alone special when Cheney was away, and it was Adam and Jordan and then Corinne and I, and it went really good. Everybody accepted it, and that was kind of our test run. They were all into it, and again, asking what's up. So we're going to do that bi-weekly because we go every other weekend. Yeah. So
I'm looking forward to that for sure.
Disney news. Thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah. And again, Kevin, thank you so much for pushing it and pumping it out there. I'm excited. And yes, honestly, seriously, you guys are invited for whenever. I know you guys have busy schedules, so if I have to schedule you in, then yeah. But that's it. Just an extension of all of us. Just like something else to keep it going. So I'll definitely be out there and doing different things.
Cool, man. Excited for you.
Thank you.
Yoko, Moon Knight 30 is going to be back.
Yep. I'm back to streaming on Tuesdays, usually around 7:30 Pacific time. It's a doubleheader Tuesday. My regular stream at 7:30 and then midnight 30 for Moon Knight. So that's the schedule I'm on right now. I'm living La Vida Yoko. I guess I should mention that over on Twitch, and then Yoko McCann basically everywhere else. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube.
And if Paul were here, you know, he has his Funboxing Sundays every Sunday. Thank you, everyone who listens every week. Appreciate you letting people know new episodes are out. Boba Squadron everywhere. Well, basically just Instagram. and Spotify and Apple Music. Hey, also this week, I forgot. I got my copy of Entertainment Weekly, the Obi-Wan Kenobi edition.
You got one too? Dang, I gotta go look. I haven't looked since the 18th.
Evil Diva got it for me. Evil Diva got it for me last night at Target.
Dang.
She was out shop kicking. She's like, look what I got you. I was like, yes.
I gotta figure out what stores here sell magazines. Okay.
So go get your copy at newsstands now.
Newsstands everywhere.
If those still exist.
Oh, it's April 1st. It probably was like a today thing, huh? Like, it's the April issue. I don't know. Sorry. I can't believe it's April. Happy birthday, Kev.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
I'm
Big
sorry,
plans or what? How old are you? 21? That's awesome.
21.
38.
You youngin. For the first time just a couple days ago, I actually remembered how old I was, and Corinne was wrong. So that was awesome. That was cool because I keep forgetting how old I am. So yeah.
And that's when you know you're getting old. Like, you have to stop and think about how old you are. Like, you don't just know. Right?
I literally use my phone calculator.
Oh no.
I do. I have to.
I'm not allowed to. I'm Asian.
He uses his abacus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His phone
That's
abacus.
The only way you know.
My brain abacus.
Okay, so real quick, I know you do want to get out of here, but everybody celebrates different. Everybody celebrates birthdays differently. So what do you do? I know for me, it's like birthday week. Like if I do, I'm like, oh, it's my birthday week. Like I want to spoil myself all week. Like I feel that's the only chance sometimes you get as a person. So what do? It's not a big deal to you. It is.
No, well, I like to take the opportunity to go out. It's an excuse to go out and eat food. So, you know, I want to get some steaks. I want to get, you know, some nice Italian food, some nice Mexican food, and just do it up all week.
Oh,
and
okay. I was like, all in one day. Okay.
See, yeah, that's awesome.
All in one day works too. If it's you know, I got to pace myself, but because of this COVID recovery, I can't really taste anything, so I got to make sure I'm at 100%
for sure
palate capacity before, you know, you don't want to waste your birthday meals.
No, you got to
can't taste anything. Yeah, I might have to postpone it. Meanwhile, this whole week I'm like, hey, what foods at home don't we like we don't like to eat? I might as well eat it now. I'm like I'm like a food processor. Yeah. You know, might as well do that. It makes no difference.
Your ladies all that's expired for a month now. It's all right. I'm sick. You can't give it to me.
Old cans of tuna, you know, how would I know?
I'm good.
Just because you can't taste it doesn't mean it won't hurt your digestive system.
COVID's got him on that too.
You're not a doctor.
No, but she plays one on TV.
I play one on the internet.
Yes.
We need a good way to wrap these up as a uniform.
Oh, you didn't like my sign off last time?
What was it last time?
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I just remember rambling, and you were like, "That was great."
Yeah.
Oh, your Surgeon General's warning?
Is that
what it was?
So please like, follow, and subscribe on whatever platform you're listening to us on. Yay. Was that better?
What the hell was that?